Good morning, YouTube. So it's winter here in New Zealand, so we're our first month of winter at the moment. So I just wanted to do a little winter walk around in the garden, starting with my husband's Veg Patch. So you can see we've got quite a few lettuces. Just as well we eat lettuce, because there's quite a few there. And over there, I think in this bed here, is leeks, and that's just the rhubarb and various bits and pieces. So in these beds here we've got all our winter brassicas, so there's probably a variety of cauliflower, cabbage, probably broccoli, and yeah, various stuff in here. It looks more like all broccoli to me, but we'll see. And also just in this bed here we've got some very, very teeny weeny, well, we did have, oh yes, there they are, very small, you can just about make them out, leeks. That's Dexter's favourite spot. He loves it up there. Penny likes it there. And Ruby likes it there. Can you hear that howling noise? They're probably moving sheep, so that's the dogs. Right, so we'll start here. So things are dying back now and losing its leaves, going to sleep. This area, I have given this area a quick tidy up already, but I've got a few more things still to come, you know, trim back in here, but I am waiting for them to die back completely. I've done quite a few of the dahlias already. Still got a little delphinium there, still going. So yeah, we're gradually dying back. This area here, since we took the tree out, this is taken off really well. So yeah, doing well. So here we go around this path. All the espalier pears, they've been trimmed, but they will get another trim. And then we're coming down through here. So if you remember, this was completely encased with dahlias in the summer. Obviously they've died back now, and I've removed the dead foliage. And down through here, this was all full of colour as well, and now that's all died back. There's still one or two things. This dahlia here is not quite died back, and when it is I'll remove it. I've got these the rhododendrons now coming, budding, and the camellias budding up, so that'll be a lovely show. More rhododendrons. This is still flowering. I don't know what this is called, but yeah, as you can see, the daylilies have died back, going to sleep back there, so I'll pull all that out when it's finished. Lovely, beautiful primroses, or not primroses, they're polyanthus. So they're all coming into their own now. These could be split up really. I say that every year and I never do it, but they could be split up because they got really, really big. I might get a few more actually and put them in. So another lovely, oh, can you see the fantail? They're very, very tame. They flit around you as you're walking around the garden. I think it's because you disturb bugs and they flit around to catch them. So as I was saying, another camellia there budding up. One in the background there, that's going to be fantastic. That one's a huge flower, big red one. So that's all budding up nicely. Lovely red branches on the acer. And some more rhodies back there budding up. So yeah, it's quite good. Because quite good these are budding up, because these are new ones that I bought. Just, you know, I bought them at an auction, so they're not the best of specimens, but they were cheap. So I bought some and I've put them all in here, and they should bud up. There's another dahlia there, still not quite died. I took half of it off because half of it had died back, but the other half's still there, so that's still to be removed. I'm also going to trim back this gosh, I can't remember the name of that, but that needs a good trim because it's starting to get a bit tall, so I'll do that. Carry on. So more rhodos along here. More rhodos along here. The fuchsias are dropping their leaves now, but they stay really good in this area. They don't get frost under here. As you can see, we've had quite a few deliveries of mulch. We're very fortunate we get this stuff free from my husband's work. He works for an electricity company, and part of their job is to keep trees trimmed, and they mulch it all up, and then they have to get rid of it. So a lot of the employees, they give it to them because they have to pay to dump it, so they give it away free. So this is 3 great big loads that they've delivered. We're never going to get through all this, but you know, the neighbours can have some. They can come up and collect some if they want it. So yeah, so we'll be replacing some of the mulch in the spring. So here we are. That was the trough I made up with moss and ferns and some I can't think of the name of those now. But it wasn't hugely successful, but I'm just going to let it go wild and do its own thing. You know, see what it comes out like. One of them's flowering there, so they're gradually coming up, so that's good. Yep, can't think of the name of that, it's gone. So here we are, we go behind the bank, as I call it, the big bank. That crunching is me walking. See, we mulch all the paths, but you can see they get covered in pine needles every year from the trees. And it breaks down, so we do have to replace it. Not every year, but, you know, every now and then. We just put a nice thin layer down, and it's a nice soft walking area for us, so it's quite good. So, as you can see, the big hostas that I had behind here, they've all died down now, so they've gone. The ferns are doing okay, so that's good. Needs a bit of a tidy up actually, that bank there. But of course, it's winter and you're in by the fire, and sometimes you just don't feel like getting out, getting cold, getting things done. The fern area's taken off nicely. Got some nice looking ferns in here. The tree ferns have started to shoot, so that's good. So that one, it is shooting from the bottom, but I don't care. That's its natural, you know, state. That's fine. So that's good. And various other plants have taken off and doing well, so that's good. Still looks quite bare. Because we're having the woods removed, this is going to get a bit more light now, this side. So hopefully I'll be able to put some polyanthas and some bulbs in here for next year. And it will look a lot nicer and a lot brighter. So we're back around to the other bank, so you can see the ablutians doing well. The red one's still flowering. It could probably do with a trim actually to make it a bit more compact. It's starting to get a bit leggy and take over a bit. Got the forget-me-nots coming on. My husband has planted a load of bulbs in this area for me last week, so that's good. So it's all, you know, still looking okay. It's reasonably sheltered, this bank, so it doesn't get hit by hard frost, which is great. And I really like this I don't know what it is. I think it's some sort of fuchsia, but it's beautiful. And look at the lovely, gorgeous. Can't get it to focus. Lovely, gorgeous flowers. Really, really like that. And I'm just letting it take over because it's beautiful. I also like this little. I can't think of the name of that one either. But that's a short growing. Astromera, that's it. Very low growing Astromera, not a tall one, so it's quite pretty. It's got quite delicate peachy pink colouring with a bit of yellow, so that's pretty. And further along we got the odd polyantha poking through in places. This geranium has gone absolutely crazy. I keep saying I'm going to trim it back, but at the end of the day, if it covers an area, that's fine. It's not, you know, it's not encroaching on anything, so that's okay. Still got this dahlia here. I'm hoping this is going to die back a bit more before I cut it back, because I want the energy to go back into the tuber. The red fountain's looking spectacular, as you can see. This daisy is looking really good. Again, fuchsia's still going, still flowering. Very, very pretty. And they're still on there. Another fuchsia here. They seem to do well over in this bank. That's quite a nice one. And yeah, so that's that side. So we're out the front now. I've taken all the bedding plants out that was in here and the other side. But the cyclamen, that's it. I knew it would come to me. The cyclamen are doing really, really well. I'm really pleased with that one. It's looking gorgeous. And that pink one. So they seem to really like it here. So I might get some more and put in there. That's a rhododendron, a blue one. Or is that? No, it's an azalea. Sorry, azalea. Blue one. These things here that I chopped right back last spring have really come away, so I'm going to leave them and just keep them trimmed back. Not going to let them get massive like they were. So here we are at the front. So the sun's really trying to shine, but it's not happening today, but that's okay. So these black boxes are coming out really well. I've put a few plants in there and they're looking really pretty. Quite pleased with those. So I just move and, you know, add plants as they die back. I particularly like these polyanthas, the purple with the red centre. I think they're very striking. I really like those. So we're at the other bank, all dying back. Put a few, my husband's put a few daffodil bulbs in amongst this. I tend to let that forget-me-not just take over this area. I've put lots of different things in here and it just doesn't seem to do anything. So, oh, this is iris. So that will all be tidied up when it dies back fully. Pentstemons, they're still going. They're brilliant for, you know, going on and on and on. They flower all summer and they just keep on going. I'm glad to see my boar statues covered in moss and lichen. I love that. Really looking natural, so that's great. So, more pentstemon here. All the daylilies have died back there. They need to be tidied up. And also the dahlias. God, I'm losing the plot here. Dahlias are all dying back slowly, so trim them up. I see the Hellebores are coming, so I've got that white one back there, flowering, so that's looking nice. That's quite a big one, that takes over quite a bit, that one. This will get a trim back as well, this stuff. Yeah, so I've got a bit of work coming up. I keep putting it off, like I say. I still haven't removed the begonia tubers yet. I must get on to that. Probably do that today. Some more Hellebores there. Back round to this side. I do have a really nice Hellebore here. It's not flowering yet. This is a pink one, and I think that's a pinky one there as well. So that'll be great when that flowers. Still got a rose there, look. It's not going to come out, but I really need to trim back the roses too. So I've got so much to do. So here we are. So this is all dying back. This is the little sort of wildlife pond thingy. I probably need to move the Sarracena out. Where is it? There. It's looking a bit sad, so before we get any severe frost I need to move that out. Oh, the pond's all looking good. I've stopped feeding the fish now. They can eat up what they can find in the pond, even though they're up milling around. But it's looking nice and clear still. I don't know if things look really sad as the winter comes on, but my favourite time of the year is spring. My very favourite time. You see, I've got the autumn flowering. Oh, I'll go around there so you can see it a bit better. So we're back round here. So we're back to this area where I put in the spirea. I notice one's gone quite yellow and the other one's gone quite reddy, autumn colours. I also put the hydrangeas and they haven't lost their leaves yet. So, and this is the oh, what's that? That's a blue. Can't remember what that's called, but that's going to be nice under there. Keep on, you know, out of the frost back there, and the other hydrangea. But I see all my planting of daffodils is paying off. I don't know if you can just see them coming up. It's coming up there and back there. So there's quite a few. I think there's a couple of hundred daffodils in here, or was it 100? Who knows, but we'll see when they come up. So there's the autumn flowering Camellia, very pretty pink flower. Try and get a bit closer so you can see it. So that one flowers in the autumn, and it is a draping one, waterfall style one. So yeah. So we're at the back of the pond now. Go up to the hosta bed. Red pensimons. You can see the hosta bed's completely died back. Rhododendron's setting its buds, so that's great. Behind the pond, the gunner is starting to die down. Those irises have died back, but the pungalogs, or tree ferns, are doing well. They're really doing well, so I'm pleased with those. So we just take one last look at the patio now, and that's the garden tour. So as you can see, I've removed all the magnolias. They're all gone, and I've just put, my husband brought on some pansies, and we've just put the pansies in. They, you know, it's a few weeds coming up, but we'll sort that out. So hopefully that'll they'll pick up and give us a bit of a spring display. So the dark wine coloured pelargoniums are picking up nicely, considering I trimmed them all back. But I don't know, I might leave them out. Excuse me a minute. Excuse me. I might leave them out over winter because it is very shaded here. The Australian vines coming back nicely too. Here's all the back bulbs of the Cymbidiums. The lime tree is picking up better now. I gave it a bit of a feed. It was looking a bit sad. So, but here's the limes they've produced this year. So I'm quite pleased with that. You harvest the limes in spring, I think. They seem to sit there all winter. So anyway, lovely display of pansies. You can't beat pansies for a load of colour and variety and display. They're really nice. Got the antirrhinum down there with the silver leaf foliage. That's still looking good. I swapped out the ones that were here for just, there's only 3 primulas or primroses in this tub, so that'll do. They're looking good. Down below, this is still looking very nice, so that'll stay there. And also the big basket of pansies. So along here, I had to cut back the red plant that was in here, and this is all doing, you know, still going, so I'll leave it while it's still looking okay. Mr. Dexter there, have you got there, Dexter? You got a bone? And this side is the same. So yeah, so that's the winter tour. So I hope you enjoyed the walk around with me. I know it's a little bit long, 20 minutes, but you know, it takes that long to get round the garden. And yeah, oh, I just forgot these. These are my succulents. I may well get my husband to move them back out of the way today, so they could get a bit of shelter. So anyway, thanks for watching. I do appreciate your watching and your comments. And please like and subscribe or dislike. And I'll catch you later. Bye for now.